Okay, we are back with Lisa Waterslane. She comes in the studio and she just shares her garden advice. Just whatever you're talking about, whatever you're seeing, whatever you're thinking. Well, that's good enough for me. It's been good enough for me for 33 years. I think it's just fine. Now, although we should share with folks.
Uh-oh. Should we?
We are going,
I don't know.
We are going to Israel.
Yes.
In November.
Yeah.
So hopefully this whole Middle East thing settles down so we can go. I haven't booked our airline tickets. We just paid for the trip, going with a bunch of Christian CEO friends of ours that own other companies. Just kind of hang out, sip vino. What is the word for wine in Hebrew? Wine. And then go see the sights. We're going to, I don't know, going through an archaeological dig and, well, just kind of fun. Petra, the whole thing.
It should be fun.
If we're allowed in the country.
Well, because they sent an email today saying, you have to have proof of COVID vaccine. And there's like, before you leave the airport, or when you get to the airport, you have to have a test. And when you get to where you're going, they give you a test. And, so there's
testing. Good.
Yeah, which makes sense. I understand.
I'll be safe.
But yeah, lots of.
What happens if you fail the test? You're out of here.
Just turn around, go right back home.
Yep, that's right.
I don't know,
they left your seat. It's warm. Get back on the plane.
Yeah.
No.
But I figure by November, they should have a pretty good
Yeah.
feel for what's going on and what's going to take. And,
You still going with me?
oh, yeah.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So, garden tips.
Oh,
What?
we finished the travel portion.
Well, just people are going, I don't know. I don't even know
Well,
why I
we
brought
don't
that up.
care.
Because I got the
don't
email
know.
too going, I'm
Oh,
worried.
okay. I don't think we need to worry.
Yep.
Wait and see. So, what's going on in the garden? So, it's definitely warming up. Not summer yet, but we're marching that way. And I thought I would talk about those summer shrubs that love the heat that bloom in the summertime.
Oh, good. You mean like lilacs?
No.
That's a spring bloomer. Forsythia?
No.
Spring bloomer.
So yeah, I looked at our we have this gorgeous, huge lilac, angel white lilac on the side of our house. And I was cutting off blossoms and bringing them inside. But I looked out there the other day and
It's done blooming.
it's done blooming.
That's the way spring bloomers are.
Yeah,
We're just one click away from summer and they're done.
they're done.
That'd be a nice
So-
green shrub.
Oh,
Could
yeah.
provide shade over there on that side of the house. Feels good.
No, it has its season. And I'm always talking about a 4-season yard. So it is nice to have those things that bloom and smell so good and you can bring them in. But that time is gone. And now let's look at summer shrubs
Okay.
that are wonderful.
Like what?
Well, so Rose of Sharon is a great one for here, also known as hibiscus.
Yeah.
I don't know why it gets so many different names, but just a really nice shrub for here. It takes the sun and the heat. You can put it on that west or southwest side of your house, and it's perfectly fine
loves
with
it.
it. It
Yeah.
just doesn't care. Come in an abundance of colors. I mean, you name it, they've got it. From lavender, white with dark red centers, pinks. They have
Blue.
the bluebird hibiscus, doubles. There's a few of them, the chiffon series that are double blossoms. So you name a color you want, I bet it's out there.
Every mountain garden should have at least one hibiscus or Rose of Sharon. That's the hardy hibiscus. So
Right.
the tropical folks, it's not quite as big. The flower's not, it's maybe 4 inches across instead of as big as your hand. So it's not like the Hawaiian or Phoenix
Right.
but it makes up for it in triple the number of blossoms.
blooms.
Oh, it's
Right.
amazing.
Right. And most of them I'd say are in that 5 to 6 feet, and
You can
probably
keep them down
could
there
go
pretty easy.
bigger.
Yeah,
the
they can get bigger, but you can easily keep them down by trimming them in the winter to whatever size you want.
Right. There's one out there actually called Purple Pillar that it gets taller, but it only, I think, 3 feet.
Oh, that's
is-
kind of neat.
Yeah.
Corner of a house or something. Do
Right.
we have that in stock? Oh, purple pillar.
Well, we did.
Yeah, it changes by the hour. Right, this time of year.
So I hope we still do. Crepe myrtles are another terrific one for heat-loving, bright color. The colors on those are just so dynamic. It's that, fuchsia pink and the bright reds and the purples that just pop. We have a series called the Twilight Series, which I really.
Twilight. Oh, wait, is that Twilight Zone? There we go.
Twilight Zone. I was thinking the
Just making
vampire
sure
one.
You didn't miss the
I was
inference.
going, why is he doing that? Twilight.
Because listeners are entertained by it, right? Maybe not.
So the Twilight series has, I'll just ignore you. What I like about it is the foliage on theirs, because some of them are dark burgundy, some are kind of a reddish green, dark green. So just a really tremendous foliage, which really makes the blooms stand out because you have that darker foliage with it.
Yeah.
But we have the red rooster.
It's like a watermelon color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Dazzleberry series, which is the shorter one. So those are more of the dwarf ones.
So do we grow crepe myrtle trees, and why not?
We do not.
Yeah, why not?
Because our we get too cold in the wintertime, and they don't die back. They go way dormant. Yeah. And so we don't have enough of season for them to leave back out all the way.
The winters, if we go sub-zero, it burns them back down to the ground like a perennial.
Right.
And they restart from the ground back up. And so trees tend to get burned back every few years. So you won't really see, at least in the 5,000 foot level and above, tree form crepe myrtles. So everyone asks for them. But shrubs, they do great here.
They do. Absolutely wonderful. Potentia, another one of my favorites. A nice little 3x3, 4x4 shrub.
Knee-high,
Blooms all season long. We have mango, which is kind of a orangey yellow. We have frost, something frost.
It's
white.
Yeah.
We have goldfinger, which is a bright yellow flower. We have one I really like called Cheesehead.
You would like that. You should have been from Wisconsin.
I know.
Not Prescott, Arizona.
But Cheesehead is a little bit smaller one, probably like a 2x2 one. It has a little bit more of a gray foliage to it, but super, super winter hardy and just super bloomer. Just goes and goes and goes.
All potentella or potentia.
There's a pink one too,
hardy.
Pink Beauty.
Good.
So a lot of different colors.
Animals
for
don't
that.
eat it. Javelina, leave it alone. Blooms in full sun, surrounded by rock. Take a blow dryer to it. Still blooms. It's amazing.
Yeah, nice little shrub for here. Salvia Greggii is another one. I'm not sure if it's truly a shrub or a woody perennial. Which do you think it? Oh, you have an example.
I brought a purple ignition that I'm taking to the Chamber of Commerce mixer out at the mall.
Sure.
And so this is a brand new purple. We've grown in a 1 gallon size. These are $18.99 and full blooming. They come in reds and whites and pinks and yellow. They come in every color.
Right.
But purple, if you can see that on the camera there. Isn't that pretty? You folks that are just tuned in by radio or whatever, that is so yesterday. And so now we're podcasting or vlogging these on our YouTube channel and anyway.
But you're right. It does come in at least 5. I think we have 5 different colors
today.
available right now. Great hummingbird plant, super for attracting those hummingbirds in. So, like I was saying before, but I was rudely interrupted.
Sorry.
Is it considered a woody perennial or a shrub? Or
it
does
depends
matter?
on the season. So it's kind of like the crepe myrtle. Most years it comes back, it's a woody perennial. It comes back by these stems. But every once in a while, we get a really cold winter and it can get burned back down to the ground. And it becomes a herbaceous perennial. That is, it hibernates underground and comes back fresh. Kind of like the Miss Huff lantanas. Right. Miss Huff, that's the hardy lantana. Beautiful. But most years it comes back from the roots, fresh every year. And so you don't see these huge lantanas like you do down in the deserts. You see shorter ones because they're resetting back to ground level. And they start fresh. Right. They also don't have all the mange to them, the old woody growth, because everything's brand new, fresh all the time.
Okay.
We are out of time, Lisa. Thank you. Great summer blooming shrubs. We'll have to cover that some further.
Sure.
So Ken and Lisa Lane, the Mountain Gardeners. Be right back.